All right, good morning, everybody. Sorry for the hair. The hair is not hairing today, so it never really was. So I'm not really going anywhere. I don't work until at the end of the next month, and just wanted to really do this video to talk about something that I got that I was talking about earlier in my last video. If you ever watched it, if you didn't, oh well, you wouldn't know. It's from RekMed Planner or RekMed. They're known as a student nurse planner on Instagram, on their socials. So I got their nurse review book 2.0, student nurse review book. I'm not a nurse yet. The student nurse review book, RekMed, by RekMed. So this is the box. I'm not just going to open it like that. This is the box. It says, "Hey nurse." Every time I ordered from them when I was actually in my other nursing program, I loved the packaging, and it's like now that I'm kind of getting back into the program, another program that's ABSN 12 months, I felt like why not get back into supporting them? They're not that expensive. They're not that hefty. It's something that, I really should have utilized back then. Maybe we would have been a nurse by now, but it's like you don't really have a time limit on education. You kind of do because of finances, but you can become anything you want any point in life. In the background, yes, I do play wrestling. I am a wrestling fanatic for some reason. I don't know. WWE wise though, so if you're a fan of those, that's just what I like to do in my spare time, and I watch it on Instagram because I don't have TV. I know they have it on Netflix and something like that. Netflix to watch live. One of those days I will, but just right now I don't do that. If you also want to grab a copy and you're a nursing student or you're a nurse, they do everything for nurses too, and you just want to get some more education or just want to get some bad drills or whatever you feel like accessories you want, don't do that. RekMed.org is the website, www.rekmed.org. They put it on both sides of the box so you can't miss it. Here's RekMed. I'm not showing you guys where I live, so never. So here we open the box. And it came with a lot of things. First things first, I'm going to show you is this. The founder's name is Jen. She's a nurse. She actually started this organization, she said, business by accident. But I'm glad she did. We're all glad that she did because this is it's a necessity for nursing students and nurses all over. And then they let you, on the back of this introduction, you can leave a review. So I got it comes with dry erase markers. So when you're like writing and everything, you can erase what you wrote and then just continue to review because, why just have review once and leave it there? So you have the opportunity to quiz yourself, review with these, write in the book and erase. So you can start fresh. So those are dry erase markers. They come with some stickers, a lot of stickers. These are cute. I'm going to read what they say. This one is just the company. It says RekMed with the brain on it. Because, the body and the brain. So this is RekMed sticker. Then this one is a PRN, pills. It says you gotta pass the pills to pay the bills. Which I love this one the most because at the end of the day, you kind of do have to pass the pills to somebody to pay your bills, y'all. Meaning that, as a nurse, that's what you're going to be doing, passing pills. This one says if there are no ups and downs in life, it means you are dead. So basically, like an EKG, if you're doing because EKG, they have the readings, they're supposed to go like up and down. If you're not, then you're dead. And then this other one, it's like a kidney. It says this too shall pass. It may pass like a kidney stone, but it shall pass. That's cute because, kidney stones are very hard to pass sometimes, but they do pass eventually if you're able to get them out. And the last sticker they gave me was become a nurse, they said. It will be fun, they said. And it has it's most likely when it came to the COVID being a really big problem. I mean, COVID is still here because it's a new variant, but when it first started, we all had to wear like hazmat type suits and not hazmat, well, kind of hazmat-y, but just like protective gowns, more PPEs than normal because of COVID, people not knowing what it actually was. So that's the good stuff, the goody gritty, and everything in here is good. The wrapping paper is even good. Let me show you the wrapping paper before I show you the book. Look at the wrapping paper. You have a blood bag. You got a chart, like a clipboard. You have a stethoscope. You have a thermometer. You have pills. Like, where do you find this type of thing? So that's the wrapping paper it comes in. I'm going to put all these back in here. So that's what you get if you order this particular box. Every box I know they do. She does. They come with different stickers. So don't just rely on the stickers if you get another book, like you get a planner or you get another review book. And they have these digital too. I have a digital planner with them, and with their planners they also give you content to review, notes to take. So you're not just getting a planner to look at the days and the time and all that good stuff, days and time, but like planning your schedule out. You also get the opportunity to review notes, review the systems, review everything. That's why I was like, RekMed is going to be my number one thing again, because they were the number one thing I was using in nursing school. But like I said, I wasn't really, not that I really wasn't studying much, but it was COVID time. I was online. I feel like that wasn't it for me. But then again, everything was stressful back then because I was looking for work. I was also trying to do the nursing program. So I just decided to leave the nursing program and go somewhere else. But now that, you know, I have a master's in legal studies and looking at the world of the politics and government, I was like, yeah, no, I'm not going to go that route. And plane crashes, if you want to do anything international, I'm not looking at plane crashes like they're going to be happening consistently. But until we get more staffing in the flying department, I'm not going to be doing none of that right now. Right on. So, decided to apply, like I said, to the ABSN program at the Catholic University of America in D.C., the first cohort, and which I didn't know, which is great. Got in, so I just had to take my HESI or my T's. Probably going to still take both. And then take my classes. Also, just wanted to share, I will be sharing that. I also registered for my courses yesterday. 2 of 3, because obviously you have to take AMP2 after AMP1. So I did microbiology and AMP1 yesterday. Because everything's going to be online. It comes with the lab and everything. So I'm excited for that. I will be talking to financial aid today to see if there's anything that I may need to do on my end, because they haven't really said anything to me about financial aid. But I'm waiting. You know, that department is never really the fastest department for anything in school. So not that they don't have the stuff. They just sit there and look at it. Oh, well, we're not going to do anything right now. So I have to go push them to actually tell me what's up. So this is my book that I got from RekMed, the Student Nurse Review book, with practice questions. Why would you not have practice questions like that? And then by RekMed. Still, I'm sorry, I'm ordering food. Are you serious right now? So the baboon who's supposed to, not the baboon, but the person who's supposed to be doing my order for food decided to go find something else. Talking about they're looking for another person. This is why I don't like these stupid apps. Uber Eats about to be not on my thing anymore. I use DoorDash, but I didn't feel like going through them. I should have went through them. I don't know why I use Uber Eats. Uber Eats is not a good company. Whatever. But sorry, it irritated me. So this is my student nurse review book with practice questions by RekMed that I got. And the inside, you open like the wrapping paper. It has all the thermometers, the brain, the pills, the stethoscope, the syringe, microscope, looks like science stuff, the beacon, everything that you might need, a first aid kit if that's what you're looking at like that. Can't really see when I'm holding up. But things like that, it's on the wrapping paper like I showed y'all. Then the front, right here, when you look at the next page, it says the book belongs to, you write your name if you want to, and then if found, please contact, blah, blah, blah. Contact you wherever you are, whatever information you want to put there. I don't tell them my stuff anyway, so there's no really point of me putting it there. And then on the left side of this, when you turn the page, it says, hey, nurse. They try to give you that motivation because, you know, you're going to be a nurse. That's why you bought it. Sorry. I'm really just irritated right now because nobody knows what they're doing half the time. With food and ordering. So table of contents, you get all this on the side. My voice. Assessment. The basics. Cardiac, respiratory, gastro, multi-system, renal, neurology. You get the free write, and some stickers, more stickers, right? You can never have too many stickers. So, sorry. Can't even turn the page. So you get another extra note page to take notes on. And then next is assessment. So this first part of the assessment tells you all the body parts, all the, like say the brain, the windpipe, the epiglottis, thyroid, lungs, all that. So it labels them for you in the assessment. Move forward. You go to the nursing assessment because, nurses have an assessment that they need to take. And it's different than any other type of specialty or practice, or because I'm a medical assistant, so we do our assessment differently than a nurse, but we primarily can do what a nurse does assessment-wise, but they just do more, a little bit more. And then you have another one, nursing assessment 101, it's like the appearance, behavior, and mobility, meaning what they look like, how they're acting, and the way they're moving. If their gait is slow, or if their gait is fast, or they have like a lot of imbalance. So the physical assessment goes with like your head and neck. You're assessing the patient, your extras, all that, like your ophthalmoscope. I'm sorry, sometimes I can't say anything with the eyes. It's very hard. Then you have your neck, your jugular, and in your own words, you can write something. Inspection section. So basically, what you're supposed to do in inspection. This is your respiratory assessment, meaning like how they're breathing. They're breathing good. You check from the back, check from the front. They tell you how the doctors know. You go to your doctor's office. They always do that deep breath in, deep breath out, and just breathe normally. And then you have your cardiovascular assessment. And then you keep going forward with a lot of stuff. I'm just briefly pushing through because we have 15 minutes for this video because YouTube is like that. So you have some review questions for the assessment. It says, what does the general survey consist of? What does a neurological exam consist of? And things like that. So you have a lot of opportunities to review. So you're not like, okay, I'm learning things, but how do I put this to the test? So they give you that opportunity. Like I said, it comes with dry erase markers. You can write with that, erase, so you can always review and quiz yourself. Sometimes read the questions first when you do it the second or third time, and then you go back if you had to miss any, if you had to review any answers that you got wrong. So that's like that. It comes with every section. So you have a lot of sections in here, and they have tabs for you, so you're not missing out on much. And that's why I was like, this book, this organization, this business actually is very, very good, because this is what I was using when I was in nursing school before I left. I should have been more into it, because like I said, COVID really hit, and I was like, COVID was not it for me. And that's what a lot of people don't understand. Like, I would have stayed in the nursing program if I was going to school in person, mostly, but nah, I wasn't. So, and now that I'm in another nursing program, and I have the opportunity to go up to the school if I need any help, then that's fine, because it's like, I'm not going to Vienna, where my old school was. And like, they moved further down. That was the problem too. Like, okay, y'all moved way farther than I needed to go. So, went there. It took us an hour and some odd minutes. So we're not really trying to be doing that anymore. My school is 15 to 30 minutes between, depending how fast and how much traffic there is. I tend to be on the speedy side of things, so I get there a lot quicker than my GPS tells me. Don't drive like me. But that is this. So like I said, it has a lot of stuff like tabs and everything. Let's look at the back, because I know it has more stickers. More note pages, stickers. You can stick wherever you want, based by topic, neuro, respiratory, cardiac. It goes by sections, the body, however you like. So if you're interested in the book or the review book, I highly recommend that you get it. I'll put the information in the description and the company. And so support women-run organizations. But I will talk to y'all later. Have a blessed day, and we'll see you soon.